Yeah, welcome back to my classes. Now, so in a previous video we have seen question number 13, so how it has to be done in case of purchase consideration. Suppose if it is given, so we have calculated cost of control in asset route. So in continuation to this problem, suppose here 100% control has been acquired for 6,000 lakh. So please imagine here 6,000 lakh is purchase consideration in a problem number 3. Figures and facts are as it is the same. So whatever Blue Heaven Limited figures as it is same, Orange Country book value as well as fair values both are same. So we have recorded fair values on consolidation. So imagine here 6,000 lakhs is a purchase consideration for 100%. Suppose here same balance sheet as on that day, it's the same control, but here instead of 100%, suppose if we acquire 75%, how it will be? Yeah, for that revised consideration, suppose if they have given, so how we have to consolidate? Both are, so even in a 14th problem, it is on the date of acquisition consolidation. So keep in mind same figures and facts, just imagine. So non-current assets, buildings, so as it is same, 400 is the fair value change, out of it 300 is the increase in property plant and equipment. So since it is a property plant and equipment, we can call it as a revaluation. On increase in inventory we can call it as revaluation gain, increase in fair value we can call it. So same figures, my difference in problem number 13, what we did same. So building, investments, inventories, trade receivables, cash, total assets, equity and liability, share capital of subsidiary and holding company, retained earnings as it is. So here 2,300 in this problem, in problem number 14 also it is a capital profit, keep in mind. So here current liabilities and trade payables. So in this what only change may come, so that I will brought to your notice. So prepare consolidation balance sheet as it 31st March, that is also same. So question number 14, and now let us read this question number 14. The facts are same as in the above question number 13. However, Blue Heaven Limited acquires only 75% of the shares, ordinary shares, to which voting rights are attached in Orange Country Limited, that's a subsidiary. Blue Heaven Limited pays 4,500 lakhs as a purchase consideration. Yeah, now, so keep in mind here 6,000 lakhs when I paid purchase consideration, my cash balance, that is a holding company cash balance, is 1,500. Keep in mind 1,500. Now, suppose if I pay 75%, that is 75% of the shares if I acquire, and 4,500 if I pay, here what happens? So existing for 6,000 purchase consideration, it is 1,500. If you pay less consideration, that is 4,500 if you pay, 1,500 purchase consideration is saved. So therefore, to that extent your cash balance will be increased. So therefore 1,500 will increase in cash balance in problem number 14. So that is only balance sheet figure change. Yeah, so here that's what here I have written. So prepare the consolidated balance sheet as on that day. So here same figures and facts. So here only thing was cash balance, since purchase consideration, instead of when I acquired 100%, for that I paid 6,000 lakhs in cash as a purchase consideration. Now if I pay 75%, that means 1,500 cash will be saved. That cash will be remain in your bank balance. So that's why 1,500, what is existing 1,500 is there in a holding company on account of, if it is a 75%, 1,500 additional consideration which has been saved. So that will be increasing cash balance. So therefore revised cash balance in your for consolidated balance sheet is holding companies, 3,000 you have to take instead of 1,500, you have to take 3,000 because savings in purchase consideration. So that's all. So here non-controlling interest will come. So non-controlling interest, so fair value not given, therefore proportionate share of net assets we have to go with that model. So except other analysis remains the same. So you have to keep in mind again, so this figures and facts we are taking on the date of acquisition. So therefore in a balance sheet what figures are there, everything is on the date of acquisition. Whatever the profit you get on that date, everything is a capital profit. There is no concept of post acquisition, that is revenue profit will not come in this problem also. So what is this problem? When compared to previous problem, it is 100%, figures and facts are same, but in this problem, suppose if it's 75%, means 25% NCI will come. In that case, how you will tackle? So that's all. Yeah, come, let's go to the solution. Now, question number 14. Question number 14. So here, step number 1 is the date of control as it is the same, 31st March 2002. Step number 2, shareholding pattern. So in this problem, it is a 75% is Blue Heaven Limited and 25% is non-controlling interest. So that we have taken it, total put together 100%. Analysis of profits of subsidiary. Analysis of profits of subsidiary. So here, if you see it, A. So here I have taken that increase in PPE. So in figures I have taken from problem number 13. Yeah. So revaluation, whatever that 300 rupees increase in fair value, we have taken as a revaluation. So in the absence of information of additional depreciation information, here we have ignored. Keep in mind. Yeah. Next, retained earnings as it is given in a balance sheet 2300. So in problem number 13, if you see in a subsidiary company's retained earnings, it will show 2300 completely. It's a capital profit. And so in increase in inventory 100 rupees, whatever is there, that we have taken as a fair value change as a capital profit. That is also increase in fair value. That is also capital profit we have taken. So that's all here. No additional adjustments are exist here. So this is capital profit. Everything is a capital profits. So in this problem, so we have to summarize and subset, that is a non-controlling interest share will go to step number 5 and the holding company's share will go to step number 6, cost of control analysis. But here purchase consideration is given, therefore asset route we will use for your purpose. Alternative 2 also I will compute and show. Next, apportionment of profits between holding and subsidiary. Holding and I'm sorry, it is not subsidiary, it is non-controlling interest. Non-controlling interest. Now, so revaluation surplus. So just we have listed step number 4, revaluation surplus, revaluation surplus, retained earnings and increase in fair value. Just we have summarized here. There is no concept of pre-post and all. Therefore, everything is a capital profit. So therefore, CP, everything we have listed. Total 2700. Out of that, share of non-controlling interest is 25% we have taken. That will go to step number 5. Step number 5. Balance is balance is Blue Evans Limited, which will go to 2025, which will go to step number 6, cost of control. But since here it is a asset route we are going, so we will not take this reserves as a part of analysis, but alternatively I will show. So here look out, suppose if it is a post acquisition, in up to 12th problem how we did, so capital profit, revenue reserve or revenue profit will be there. Revenue reserve or revenue profit, suppose if it is there, it would have been taken to step number 8. So in this problem everything is on the date of acquisition, therefore there is no concept of revenue profit. So therefore here that 2 columns are nil, so only it will go to step number 6. Keep in mind. Step number 5, non-controlling interest at a 25%. So share capital, which is 2000 into 25% is 500. Add capital profit, so which we have calculated in step number 4, 625. So 675. So total for CBS step number 5 is non-controlling interest is 1175. So keep in mind, on the date of acquisition we have calculated non-controlling interest is 1175. Next, cost of control. Since here purchase consideration is given, we will go with asset route. Asset route is an asset route. That too, fair value of non-controlling interest is not given. We have to go with proportionate share of net assets method. Yeah, so it is called as partial goodwill. So non-controlling interest is measured at a proportionate share of net assets. So consideration paid on the date of acquisition is 4500. For that, add proportionate share of non-controlling interest and net assets. So net assets is nothing but fair value of net assets in problem number 13. So figures we have taken from problem number 13. So it's a continuation. So there instead of 100%, it is a 75%. That is a change. Except everything, purchase consideration, since it is reduced by 1500, cash balance will increase by 1500. That's all the changes. So except figures and facts are remain same as question number 13. So therefore, proportionate share of net assets, which is fair value of net assets, which is 4700 is net asset, into 25%, which amounts to 1175. So that we have taken. So put together 5675 is the total value, less fair value of net identifiable assets 4700, you get goodwill is 975. So this is asset route. Suppose if it's a liability route, for your information how it would have been, so that's what here. So just we have shown liability route means capital, proportionate share of capital, which is 2000 into 75%, which is 1500. Capital profit, which we have already calculated here, capital profit in step number 4, 2025. So that you would have taken to step number 6, 2025 capital profit. So it would have been 3525 minus purchase consideration 4500. So you got goodwill 975, which is the same. Yeah. So step number 7, which is intercompany owings, is nil. And step number 8, reserves for CBS. So here also, since it is on the date of acquisition figures, so there is no revenue profits, therefore only holding companies retained earnings alone will come in consolidation. So that's what Blue Heaven Limited will come. So required solution, consolidation. Balance sheet of Blue Heaven Limited and its subsidiary Orange Country Limited as on 31st March 2002. That is a date of acquisition. So here also it is date of acquisition. So non-current assets, building and other PPE 7,000 plus same as it is 3,300, put together 10,300. Intangible assets, goodwill, so we compute in step number 8, 975. Current assets, inventory 600, 700 plus 600, in that 500 is the cost, 100 is, so already without selling itself we already recognize increase in fair value 100 rupee, keep in mind here. So because this information will be useful for when we go for problem number 15. So it is in continuation of this problem, problem number 15. So therefore anyway fair value is 600, 1,300. Financial assets, trade receivables 300 plus 250 is a subsidiary's fair value 550. Cash balance, so holding company is already existing 1,500 plus on account of savings in purchase consideration it has been increased by 1,000, another 1,500, therefore 3,000. So plus 700 is a subsidiary company's cash balance, put together it is 3,700. So savings in purchase consideration nothing but in a third problem it is 6,000. Since in a 14th problem the purchase consideration was paid for 75%, it is 4,500, means on account of that 1,500 would have been saved in purchase consideration, would resulted in increase in cash balance by 1,500. So next, equities and liabilities. Shareholders fund, share capital, always holding companies 5,000. Other equity, step number 8, so no other adjustments are there, therefore directly I have copied from other equity, no schedule is required here, so therefore copied from step number 8, 10,200. Non-controlling interest copied from step number step number 5, which is 1175. And non-control current liabilities, which has a financial liabilities, consist of trade payables and trade payables 300 plus 150, put together 450. Yeah, so finally balance sheet is tallied 16,825 lakhs. So this is the problem relating to question number 14. So here the change is, instead of 100%, suppose on the date of acquisition same figures as remains in problem number 13. If it is 75%, how it will be? 75%, how it will be? So that's what the case. Yeah, so that's how you have to deal with.